Hello, everybody, and welcome to Vegas Video Network and Girl Chat Sports. We are on episode number 4.
Quattro.
I'm sorry, 1-4, not 8. 4. And if you haven't noticed, today is Ugly Sweater, Our Vest, and Hat Appreciation of Christmas Day. Happy holidays from Girl Chat Sports.
Oh my gosh. We'll get to that in a minute, but a little bit of housekeeping. Welcome to Girl Chat Sports. You're watching the only all-female hosted online broadcasted sports podcast in Vegas and probably everywhere else. We're not sure. We haven't found any other ones yet. So yeah, we are your hosts, and we are here to entertain you and educate you as the fans. At least we will give it our best try.
Give a little of our smart wit. We're not statisticians. We're not going to give you a bunch of boring stats, but we are going to entertain you and hopefully have you learn something new every day. Every week.
A little bit. Mm-hmm. So you can watch us live every Wednesday on VegasVideoNetwork.com/live at 6 p.m.
Pacific time.
Because we are in Vegas.
Viva Las Vegas.
Viva Las Vegas. I am Jamie Collier, the co-founder of GirlChatSports.com. Also one of your hosts here, along with my lovely Melissa. As everyone knows, I'm a huge University of Michigan fan, but my NFL loyalties can be bought. Stay tuned. After Senior Bowl in January, they may change. I'm not sure. Give me a call.
I'm Melissa, also co-founder of Girl Chat Sports. Huge Seahawks fans. We just clinched the playoffs. Birth. Okay. Thank you.
Can you explain to me what a berth is after we get to the rest of this?
We can get there.
Okay, we'll get there.
Husky alumni. We have a bowl game coming up. We'll get to that as well. And, all things Seattle as well as Chicago Bulls. And this is pretty much most of my memorabilia since you don't have any.
I have one Michigan shirt. It's over here on a trash can. Keeps moving farther and farther away from me.
I don't know.
Are you doing that?
No.
Oh, okay. Our producer must have done. We'll blame Scott, the producer.
Maybe it's because,
it's really far away.
Well, and it's a trash can because you guys are number 1 in basketball right now, correct?
Michigan State.
Yeah. No.
Michigan State.
Well, it's the same thing, right?
They're all from the same state. I'm so sorry.
Again, I'm not the biggest college sports knowledgeable person.
Michigan State is number 1 in basketball.
Same thing.
I mean, they're all from the same,
it's like the same
state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do like green on occasion when they are playing.
I do. I root for any team that comes from Michigan. So Eastern Michigan, Central Michigan, Western Michigan, Southern Michigan. I don't think there's a Southern Michigan. Anyway, this is a Michigan Community College, something or other, whatever. I root for them.
Well, what are we going to talk about today?
Okay, we're going to talk about college sports, a little bit of the bowl games, although we'll try not to.
Not as much as our bowl game show. Just a tad.
Try to take it over. We're going to talk about a little bit NBA. You've got some Kobe deets to tell us about. We'd like to hear about your playoff, your Seattle playoffs.
Yes.
Got some playoffs coming up. We got a bunch of stuff coming on.
Our favorite.
Yeah, counting down to Super Bowl and Pro Bowl and Senior Bowl. And see, there I go again, mentioning bowls.
Do you like bowls?
I need a bowl of ice cream right now. But first, before we get into that, I really want to give a shout out I want to dedicate this show to Emma Voigt and Devin Schooley of the Pedro Menendez. There they are, those soccer players. Pedro Menendez high school soccer team. We gave them a shout out a couple of weeks ago. They're trying their hardest. And last week, Emma tore her ACL and was carted off to the hospital. And on the way to the hospital, she gets a call and finds out that Devin had went to headbutt a goal and instantly was in a seizure and is career ending, just done.
Oh my gosh. So
head injury, terrible head injury. They had to call the game with 24 minutes left. It was a tie. So we want to give a shout out to the girls of Pedro Menendez. They're really coming together as a team, but they've lost 2 of their players. And so we support
keep them in our prayers.
Yeah, we support our young athletes.
And she's a ginger, just like you.
And she is a ginger, so I gotta give a shout out to my gingers. But we're really proud of them. Yeah. Emma's going to sit out for a year or 2. And
Women in sports is what we're all about.
That's what we are all about. So thanks, girls. So getting right to all of our awesome bowl games.
Right.
Yeah. So Toledo, we have to mention Toledo because I'm a bandwagon Rockets fan.
You're a bandwagon Rockets fan.
Always.
Did they? Yes, they did.
They actually won their bowl game. It was the Boca Raton
Bowl
against Temple. So good job, Toledo Rockets. We can't wait to watch you next year.
And speaking of your love of bowls, while
I
was watching the famous Idaho Potato Bowl, there was a gentleman in the crowd who had a bowl full of potatoes and was eating them while he was on camera. Not sure if they were cooked or raw. However, he was really
eating them like an apple.
Just eating them like an apple.
Ew.
Yes.
Ew. All right. I guess if you're from Idaho, you have appreciation of all of those things.
I mean, I guess so.
Two bowl games that I didn't actually know were considered bowl games on the 31st. Oklahoma plays Clemson, in the championships and the championship playoffs. I'm sorry,
semis or something.
And Michigan State plays Alabama, but I guess those are both considered bowl games,
even
though they're like semifinal. Championship
you, the
games.
college person, did not know this?
I mean, I knew, but I was like always thinking that they were kind of like college playoff semifinal games.
No, that would be the Orange Bowl and the Cotton Bowl.
Why do you?
I just stated that.
There you go. You learned something new. So anyway, so we're excited about those, and then Michigan plays Florida.
We're also really excited about the Zaxby's Heart of Dallas Bowl because my boys are down in Dallas right now getting ready for that bowl. Go Huskies!
Can you stop making me so hungry here? I need some fried chicken and mashed potatoes.
The Popeyes Bowl is tomorrow.
Oh, jeez. Here we go again with bowls. Listen, the bowls. Okay, so we're not going to be here next week. So if you're tuning in next week, sit at home and get ready for New Year's Eve and hydrate up. But we'll be back the week after that. We're taking a week off between Christmas and New Year's
with our first show of 2016.
I know, counting down. You know what? The favorite bowl. I'm gonna rename my favorite bowl.
Okay,
it is going to be Senior Bowl. Because GirlChatSports is going to be live on location from Mobile, Alabama for covering Senior Bowl the last week in January. We will fly right back to celebrate the Super Bowl and watch our Seahawks win again.
Yes, somebody bought. I paid you for that one, didn't I?
I'll take your $10 for the Seahawks reference. Thanks.
So moving on from college football and all bowl games that we have already discussed numerous times, your Michigan, well, not your Michigan State, but your affiliate or your state.
The team I root for when my team is not in.
They're number
anything.
one.
I know.
That's
in college
crazy.
Basketball.
Yeah.
They've been number one for a while, though.
Well, it's weird because usually it's like Kansas or Kentucky or, there's always some other K-State maybe that's in there or...
How many K-States are there? Go.
Well, it's Kentucky and Kansas. And that's
UConn, I feel like University of Connecticut's often in there.
Well, and I'm excited about North
there.
Carolina's doing well. Obviously, my alliance for Chicago and Jordan, North Carolina, all kind of relate. But funny
I think
thing,
the Christmas spirit's gone here.
Maybe it's just my hat. I don't know.
Oh, Lord.
My Santa hat's on too tight today.
Exactly.
So a funny thing, because obviously I'm from Seattle. We had big Sonics fans there. Gary Payton was huge. So his son, Gary Payton Jr., plays for Oregon State, which I mentioned before. Funny little tidbit that I did not know.
Things you didn't know.
Things you didn't know.
Till now.
Gary Payton, I guess he's senior now, I guess would be, is going to be like the next George Foreman of basketball. Like he has 2 kids named Gary Payton Jr.
Wait, he named 2 kids Gary Payton Jr.
Yeah.
Did they
grill?
grill?
You know how there was George, Georgina, George 1, George 3, George 5?
That sounds like a Duggar situation. Josie, Janine.
I don't know. I guess you just love your name so much that you... Oh.
You want to pass it on.
Pass it
Twice.
At least they're not twins. That'd be really bad.
How does he keep them apart? I don't know.
Different babies' mamas. Sorry.
Oh, wow. Isn't that like Sierra baby daddy?
Oh,
too soon. Okay.
Too soon.
Speaking of a Sierra,
yeah,
I have to say things that make you go, aw. Did you see Sierra and Russell Wilson? They were at the Children's Hospital in Seattle passing out like 300 Kindles yesterday.
I did see their pictures.
Yeah, so
I did see Sierra's hair.
Is that a subtopic? Sierra's hair?
We might throw that in with Pam Oliver later on. But we'll get back to that. And I still hashtag I blame Sierra for the first half of the season.
But look, she must be doing something right, or they changed their religious beliefs. I don't know what happened, but he's picking it up.
Something orally is happening. I don't know what they consider off.
Maybe they got married secretly and we don't know.
Could be. I noticed that she wore a baggy football, like a men's jersey.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, are you covering
Maybe they got married
something?
secretly.
Are you covering a bump, perhaps?
To be determined. Stay tuned.
They probably weren't doing it to Future song, that's for sure.
They're going to name their kids Russell Wilson and Russell Wilson, too.
It'll be fun. Russell and Russellina.
Russellette. Okay.
So
we digress.
In other news, the Kobe World Tour 2016 won a game last night.
Oh, good for Kobe.
Congratulations,
for
Lakers.
Kobe.
I mean, it's only
it takes a lot for you to say congratulations, Lakers.
Right. Well, because they are 5-23. That's 5 wins and 23 losses. Earthquake.
Kobe's like, I'm done. I'm having enough.
So he actually scored 31 points last night, which is, I guess, old Kobe standards. Like he was doing well. Whatever. So he actually, they won a game. They had not won a game. We've been talking about it for a couple weeks now. They were at 4 wins 2 weeks ago. So it's been probably like 6-8 games they haven't won. Go figure. But here's the catcher.
Yeah.
They're not the worst team in the NBA. That goes to the Philadelphia 76ers.
Good job, guys. Good job.
Way to win one game.
Wait, are they like 1-27 or
1-29?
The math there, and that's
1-29. Yes, the Philadelphia 76ers. So not only are your Eagles not going to make the playoffs, but
Eagles are like what, at 6-8?
Yeah,
I have to look.
Yeah,
they're playing the Redskins,
and the Redskins are like 7-7. They're actually one game in the lead for the wild card.
Wait. So if they're 7-7,
the division,
that means they're at 500, right?
They are exactly at 500, and they are one game above everybody else.
Okay. Yeah, because there's a lot of teams right now that are 6-8.
They're probably gonna win their division at 500, which is like amazing.
Good job, Redskins. Good job, Kirk Cousins. That's a Michigan State reference I'm working on.
Hey,
but I don't know if you caught that. So
I did not. Oh, wow.
Kirk Cousins was the quarterback for Michigan State in the Hail Mary game against Wisconsin. You're Russell Wilson.
Okay.
That won the game. So.
And I didn't follow Russell Wilson back there, unfortunately. I'm sorry, Russell. I apologize. I will donate to Seattle's Children's Hospital.
A Kindle.
Yeah.
A Sierra CD.
Right. And in other basketball news, the Warriors are 26-1.
Good job, guys. Good job.
Literally 26-1. So they're pretty much opposite of the 76ers. And
oh my God.
Unbeknownst to me, the Spurs are number 2, and the Spurs have like almost the same team as they had like 10 years ago.
Oh, wow. So basically the Spurs and the Harlem Globetrotters are like one and the same. I'm pretty sure the Harlem Globetrotters never lose a player.
They may have started the same time.
I'm pretty sure if one of them dies, they just reincarnate them instantly and they go... Yeah. Or whatever that is.
Exactly. Tim Duncan is on his like 30th NBA season, and so is Tony Parker. But we love Tony Parker and we love Tim Duncan. I mean, those are great players, and that's actually like a team. Like when you think of a team, the Spurs are one of the top teams you think about because they literally have united through ups and downs and through many players and coaching. The coaches have been the same, I think. The whole time.
I'm so proud of you, Melissa. I just want to take a moment and say thank you for learning as much as you can about basketball.
Should I flip my Santa hat to the other
you
side?
You should.
Okay.
I'm so proud of you. Now I just have to convert you to be a Michigan Wolverine, and then there we go.
I don't think my Husky Alliance will allow that.
Oh my gosh. Oh dear. So what else is going on? So obviously we have a lot going on coming up for Super Bowl. Yes. So tell us, what is a playoff berth? Because everyone's talking about the Seattle Seahawks now have a playoff berth. Not BIRTH.
Basically, we are definitely in the playoffs. So every division, there's 4 divisions in each there's 4 divisions in each conference, the NFC, the AFC. Each division has one team that wins their division. So like the Panthers clinched their division long time ago.
Because the Panthers are still undefeated.
14-0. Yeah. We'll get back to their game later.
The Seahawks are 9-5 right now.
They're 9-5.
Hopefully to go 10-5 against the Rams, but they lost to the Rams.
Yes,
in September
in St. Louis when we weren't playing very well.
Was that when Cam Chancellor was like, "Hey, I'm going to sit here and eat Fritos on my couch on Sunday"?
Not quite, but it was also when Sierra was. I still blame Sierra. So we're going to leave it at that.
Again, I think they secretly tied the knot and got that out of the way, and now he's playing better.
We go and play the Cardinals. We played the Cardinals the week later, so it's going to be a tough road. But the Cardinals have already clinched. We've already been birthed into the playoffs, as they say, and so it'll be interesting to see who. I guess one of the big things right now is who's going to play the last game of the season, because when teams that have already clinched the playoffs, they kind of want to save their stars so they don't get hurt. So, but
is that why Tom Brady's on a bye? Can I say that?
On a bye, they don't play byes.
Aren't they? What? I thought Tom Brady was on a bye. See, you got to teach me some NFL. I thought they were
the
like
bye weeks for NFL are completely over with, but they may bench him for the game, like one of the last games.
Oh, okay. Well, I gotta stop reading, NFL memes. That's where I get all my sports information. I just have these groups that are like the best damn sports group on Facebook.
Yeah,
and then they just
trust me. You can't believe everything on social media.
I'm pretty sure Steve Harvey told me that too. He was like,
"Oh,
Tom Brady,
ouch,
poor Steve Harvey." But you know what? Side note, non-sports related. I just read that they signed him for another 5 years to be the Miss Universe announcer.
Here's the deal: would any of us have ever known that Miss Universe
Does
happened?
anybody watch Miss Universe? Is that a sport? That could be a sport, right?
But who watches it? B, who knew that it occurred had you not heard about that?
I know, right? So no bad press is still good press.
Way to go
Steve
for
Harvey.
Their publicity stunt.
Yeah.
We saw right through it.
Bless her heart.
Yeah, apparently Miss Columbia is suing for $5 million because she'll never get over it.
Speaking of people who are suing, we need to follow Steve Sark and his whole,
Steve Starkasian.
Anyway, so that's a side note that we covered a couple of weeks ago.
So the Seahawks have made it to playoffs. Yes, we're not sure if we'll be 5th seed or 6th seed. We basically have clinched one of the wild cards. So every division gets one, and then there's 2 wild cards for your conference.
Awesome.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm learning a little bit. I just got on board with like the CBF's national playoffs for the college games.
I was like, CBF?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome.
Yep. And also to mention, Russell Wilson is 19, and he's basically he's scored 19, or he's sorry. Let me go back up.
Are you reading NFL memes too? That's where I get it from.
No, he has thrown 19 touchdown passes and had 0 interceptions.
Oh, okay.
In 5 games, he is the only person in the NFL to do that.
In 4th season, right? In the 4th season.
In his 4th season. Yeah, but he's the only person in all of NFL history to accomplish.
Okay, again, I think they secretly tied the knot, and he was like, hey, I got this. I got this. I got this.
He's getting some nookies.
He's getting some love.
Also in regards, Doug Baldwin has been a crazy wide receiver option, especially in fantasy football. 10 touchdowns in 5 games. However, he did not make Pro Bowl.
Okay, so 2 questions on that. Yes. 1, how are you doing in your fantasy? Because you're like, the beginning of the season, you were like, I'm kicking butt in my boys' team. I'm kind of kicking butt in my girls' team.
So shout out to Nate Sanders for screwing me over. And basically, I get a call like a couple days before the final game. They're like, oh my God, you made it into the playoffs. We're so proud of you. And I'm like, what? Are you serious? Then like after the game, I lose by 0.42 points, and they're no longer able to go into the playoffs. So that was it.
Okay, but how are you doing in your fantasy basketball? Kinda? No? You don't check that every day at lunch? Okay. I'll take that as a no.
I'm in last place in fantasy basketball.
But you know more about basketball than you did when we started this season.
I'm learning. It's a process. But however, I am in the playoffs for the women's fantasy football. So we're still working on that. However, I'm kind of bummed. Fantasy football's over. Now I got to actually play fantasy basketball, and it's tough.
I can't wait till March Madness comes. I'm just like counting down the days. I'm like, March Madness. I don't know why. This is my counting down the days.
Okay, so let's get into some high school Mortal Kombat.
Okay. Did you play Mortal Kombat when you were in high school?
I actually did. Kill him.
And the others like, rip his head off.
Rip his head off. Kill him. I just remember, kill him.
I played a lot of Call of Duty, but that was not in high school.
Or Tekken, I guess it was too.
I was like...
I don't know. Well, anyways, that's what I thought of when I was watching the Giants and Panthers game this weekend because ODB.
ODBJ.
You have to say it like that.
Odell Beckham Jr. Got into a little tiff with Josh Norman. And when I say tiff, I mean I'm going to go helmet to helmet with you. I'm going to try and tackle you. I'm going to punch you in the helmet and basically do everything in between.
Why would you punch somebody in the helmet? Unless you have brass knuckles.
Well, from what Ray Lewis says, because he did call Ray Lewis after the fact. Ray Lewis said he was
he called Ray Lewis for advice.
When you screw up, who do you call? Ray Lewis.
Got it.
Okay.
Ray, how do I get out of jail? Quick, go. Give me your lawyer's name. Got it. Done.
Right. Ray Lewis basically told him that he screwed up, but Ray Lewis said that apparently his manhood was being questioned. And if we all knew men, when their manhood's questioned, they kind of lose all sense of reality and legality and anything else for that matter.
Listen, if you question my
balls
womanhood,
the wall,
I am not going to punch you in the Christmas hat.
Well,
I'm just not.
I mean, I don't know what to say.
Our producer's like, no, don't punch her in the Christmas hat.
We have
a tiff. I'm just going to be like, let me text you some nasty,
I'm
passive aggressive stuff.
Well, no, that's not what happened here. Apparently there was like some baseball bats that were on the field and he felt threatened. However, side note.
Whoa. Back up. There was a baseball bat at the end of a football game.
No, there was baseball bats during the pregame of the one of the players brought out a baseball bat. It's supposed to signify like, who's bringing the wood to the game. We're going to beat this. Whatever. I don't know.
Seems like they were all bringing the wood to the game.
Well, there's a lot of wood that I wouldn't mind let's we'll get to those
arms of the NFL. Anyway, keep on your story. I keep interrupting you for the details. Ooh, hello. Our show's gotten out of control.
I thought there was paparazzi in the studio. I'm sorry. Hi.
The Christmas edition is out of control.
So there was this. I mean, it was huge. Basically, ODBJ because it's junior. Hello.
We digress.
He got suspended one game, so he will not be playing in the Vikings game this weekend, which is kind of big because both the Giants and the Vikings, are trying to secure spots in the playoffs. Also, Josh Norman was fined. Go ahead and ring that again. $26,000 for this.
He just had wrote a check. He's like, here you go.
Here's what I didn't like. If you watch any of the interviews afterwards, Josh Norman if I could talk to you for a second, Josh, come a little closer. When you get on camera for an interview afterwards, if you could just not bring up the issue, because he basically was sitting there like, oh, and I think, what happened was terrible, and players like that should not be playing in the league. And he was being...
He needs to take a cue from Marshawn Lynch and be like, I'm only here because I'm getting paid to be here.
I mean, pretty much.
I'm only here because I'm getting paid to be here.
I mean, Odell Beckham, he basically did the complete opposite. Yeah, it was mostly his fault, but in his interviews, he was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Like, no, I don't know what that is. Like, he was like,
because he called Ray Lewis, and Ray Lewis's attorney said, shut the front door right now.
Lock your trunk.
Call me. I got this.
So that was like a big thing this week. And it Odell Beckham appealed it today, and he lost, so he will be sitting out the game on Sunday.
Was he fined as well, or he?
As of right now, there's no fine. So if you have Odell Beckham Jr. in your fantasy football league, please take him out or lose. There was a funny meme, though, to go back to your meme stories,
where I get all of my sports information.
At first, I had seen a meme that was like, Goodell must have ODB in his fantasy playoffs, or his fantasy playoff picture, because he's going to let him play.
And for those of you who don't know, Roger Goodell is the NFL commissioner.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he is. And a lot of people are like, oh, we hate him. You either love him or hate him.
Right.
Mostly people
exactly. Just real quick, we want to shout out Mike Q. He's joining us from Portland. Is it raining? Mike, is it raining? I'm going to be flying to Seattle tomorrow night, so I just want to know. We might try galoshes.
It was raining when I was there 2 weeks ago, but let us know.
And Amar would like to know, what's the official wine of GCS tonight?
The official wine is called Cheap Gas Station.
We want a sponsor and give us the name.
Listen, usually it's Yellowtail, and I do love my Yellowtail wine, but today I was running a little behind, so I bought the mega bottle, the gallon version of Cheap Gas Station.
It's like basically like the Papa Vodka of vodka or something.
So listen, Liberty Creek, if you'd like to sponsor our show, there you go. I'm just going to...
Mike, raining and cold. Okay. So Mike is giving me weather advice. It's going to be raining and cold. So I'll make sure to bring all of my warm Seahawks gear for the game on Sunday.
But you're going to be rooting for the... because it's a home game, right?
Yeah, I will be there. I'm not sure if I'll be at the game, but I will be in...
You'll be in Seattle for that.
In Seattle, downtown.
You got to go to Buckley's or Belltown Pub or one of the really fun places to go and watch the game. I don't know if you have a favorite spot in Seattle, but
there's a couple. I don't want to name names because I don't want my stalkers to find me there.
No, all the paparazzi. Where's our paparazzi? Yep. But we're rooting for you. When I was watching the Seahawks in Seattle, they won famously a couple weeks ago, so that was fun.
Yes, yeah. I'm excited, and then I'm actually going to be going over to Arizona the following weekend to watch them. I will be going to that game because unfortunately the Seahawks tickets are way more expensive than they are in Arizona.
And it's sunny in Arizona.
And it's sunny.
There we go. We digress.
So I had a real quick
Okay. I always let me drink. I'll hold it up.
Go ahead. You drink. I will So there's a guy named Joe Anderson. He actually was an undrafted free agent back in 2012. Played for the Bears for I think 9 games or something into 2013. Had an abdominal injury or something. Went to I think the Eagles during the offseason. Played in the Canadian Football League and then hasn't played for the last year or so. He basically took it upon himself and 6 weeks ago stood outside of Houston Texans Stadium with a cardboard sign which read, "Not homeless but starving for success."
Aww.
We'll run routes. If you don't know, wide receivers, they run routes. So we'll run routes for
clarifying.
You're welcome. Yeah. To all those people out there.
This is the educational part of our show.
Drink again. All right. Basically, so I think it was like 2 days ago, he actually got signed by the Jets practice team.
Yeah, he was on the practice squad. Yay. When I first saw that, I was like, what?
Well, I was like, that's a huge, and can I just side note, Joe Anderson, had I known sooner, you would be an arms of the NFL or maybe I don't know. His arms were ridiculous.
Holding that sign? I mean, it takes a lot just to hold cardboard.
Holding cardboard.
No, he looked great.
The arms, ooh.
Listen, way to go after your dreams. Like, it's got to take a lot of humility to stand out there with a cardboard sign and just be like, hey, this is my goal, to be in the NFL. I mean, maybe Tim Tebow needs to stand outside an NFL stadium. Just saying, throwing it out there. Tim, if you're watching, maybe it's a good idea.
Maybe Pam Oliver could, and she could find a new hairstylist.
Oh. You've been waiting to bring up Pam Oliver.
I've been dying.
All right, what's your Pam Oliver story?
Okay, so Pam Oliver is like Chewbacca. Like, for as many years as she's been a broadcaster on the sidelines of NFL football games, her hair has never been okay. This woman cannot find a weave, a wig, a stylist to help her out.
Is that like Hillary Clinton's blazers? Never been okay. Ever.
Probably.
Okay.
But worse, because she's on TV all the time and her hair looks a mess. Well, apparently a week or 2 weeks ago, she had some red highlights and it kind of looked all right for Pam. But no, this woman makes good money and she has I don't know who her stylist team is, but if you're watching, you need to help her out.
Maybe it was a Star Wars theme going back 9 years. I don't know.
Star Wars theme since the original Star Wars.
Oh, okay. Let's leave that to that. I saw Star Wars.
So I think we might want to go into
what is it?
Hashtag Arms of the NFL.
Yay. I love it. I gotta get my drink on. Christmas edition.
God,
I love it. Who we got for this week? You know, I love this.
Starting off with number one, not in any particular order, of course. We have a running back for the Cincinnati Bengals, Jeremy Hill.
Jeremy Hill, I'll drink to that. Oh, hello.
Cheers.
Hello, Jeremy Hill.
Lions and Tigers and Bears. Oh my.
Cheap wine and Liberty Creek.
And Liberty Creek. Drink some more. You've got a big bottle to get through. And then next we've got...
The show is way too short.
Calvin Johnson, a.k.a. Megatron.
Hello.
A.k.a. Mega Arms. A.k.a. Detroit Lion Mega Arms.
Lions and Tigers and Bears.
Oh, my.
Uh-huh. I like it. Anyway, who do we got?
Coming up next, we've got Todd Gurley. He's a running back for the for the St. Louis Rams.
Mm-hmm. So we like his arms. We want him to lose this week.
We do want him to lose this week. He's a great fantasy player, though, but he won't do well against the Seahawks defense. But we do love his arms.
We do love his arms.
Thank you. And for a little TBT, Throwback Thursday for tomorrow, arms, we've got Mr. Shannon Sharp, old tight end from the Broncos. Now, his arms...
His arms.
This
body. Picture just does not do it justice.
Yeah.
Not at all. I do have to give a shout out to our winner from last week's Arms of the NFL.
Oh, yeah.
So if you vote for your favorite Arms of the NFL on our website or on Facebook or shoot us an email at gcs@vegasvideonetwork.com, I have to give a shout out to Michael Martinez.
What do they win?
He won a very awesome signed t-shirt from GirlChatSports. He is a flight attendant with Alaska Air and watching the show. We just met a couple weeks ago. He was giving me a shout out. I voted. It was all, so he is our winner for this week. But if you want to win, vote. Let us know that you voted. Shoot us an email. Let us know on Facebook. And we will pick a winner each week.
Yes.
Based on the votes. And we will send you or give you
a signed shirt. Which will obviously
will draw little hearts on it.
Worth so much money pretty soon.
Exactly. I love your positive thinking.
I know, pretty much.
I do. Anything else? Wrapping up. So what's your don't be that chick for this week? I know you've got to don't be that chick.
I went to a restaurant, right? We went to go eat this happy hour joint. And there was the bartender was super, I'm a sports fan because my friend was wearing a Carolina Panthers jersey. And she's, I love sports. I love sports, blah, blah. And how she's a diehard sports fan. Well, she A, didn't know the Panthers were still undefeated, and B, said she was a Seahawks fan, but called Coach Steve Carroll.
Steve Carroll?
Steve Carroll.
Well, Steve and Pete kind of, Matt. No.
Isn't Steve? Yeah. So don't be that chick. Don't claim to be a sports fan and then not know the details. If you're not sure, then just say
Google
you're
it.
Not sure. If
Google
you're not sure, don't claim to be that hardcore fan. Just like I'm a sports fan. What's
way to lay
again?
the smack down.
Yeah.
Ask
questions. Asking questions is okay.
Asking questions. That's what we're here. We're here to educate you and entertain you.
Yes. Find us on social media and ask us some questions.
Yep. Just give us a tweet or give us a text or whatever.
Yeah. And shout out to Mike and to Amar and Whitney.
Amar. I gotta say Amar.
Amar.
We'll debate that later. But we have such a good time. We're not gonna be here next week. So if you're tuning in next week at 6:00, don't.
Just watch us on iTunes again. Rewind this one. Watch the first three that we've had.
We will be. I know for me, I will be recovering on New Year's Day and watching all of the bowl games, because I'm pretty sure that you don't want to do anything else on New Year's Day except recover. Except for you don't drink
or drive to Arizona and watch the Seahawks game.
Priorities, woman. And so we will be back the week after that, first week in January, counting down to our Senior Bowl trip. We're really excited. We're going to be doing our show and then flying out and spending time with all of the people at Senior Bowl and covering that. Braxton Miller is going to be there. Just check it out. They're signing new guys every week to this awesome event. We'll be there live.
And we're going to check out some future arms of the
future
NFL.
Arms. We might have to do like an Arms of the Arms of Senior Bowl edition. I love it. So check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Roku. Oh, there's too many to name. iTunes, yes. Stitcher, at GirlChatSports. And we are here every Wednesday on VegasVideoNetwork.com.
And we may not have any balls, but we know how to cover them.
We do. See you next week.